Hi, Val. Look at everyone. Good morning, people. Oh, I love this so much. Hi, Michael Martinez. Yay. That makes me happy, Michael. Oh, Hope Shepherd. Hi, Hope Shepherd.
Hello, everyone.
Listen.
Thank you for joining us. As you're coming in, just take a minute to drop in the chat where you're from and your name.
We see their names.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't say their real name.
Oh, yeah. Doreen, Casey, Kathy, Mike, Rita, Christy, Brian, Philip, Patricia, Maria, Sandra, Rebecca, Mercedes, Shannon, Lucy. Will everyone turn their screens on? This is like, I'm like the last person who vibes on. Oh, hi, Jennifer Tom. Hi, Christina. Hi, Kathy Rose. Hi, August. Yes, August, you cuteness. Take that mask off so we can see your face. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Christy. Natashia. Natashia, did I say it right? No, I didn't say it right. Hi, Gervin. Hi, Doreen. Hi, little Doreen. Who's the little one? Hi, Rita. Hi, Sheena. Mike, Brian, Philip, Patricia, Maria. Hello, Rita. Come on. Hi, Doreen. Hi, Casey Snyder. Anyone who wants to turn their camera on. Hi, Chris. Nice. Who wants to Dance Monkey at their desk right this minute? Don't you, Christy Sherman? While people pop on, don't we want to like? No? Yeah, there you go. There you go, Christina. Hi, Maria. We're just going to let people get on.
Right. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. My name is Paula Houghton. I'm the Director of Outreach and Engagement at Foundations, Inc. I just want to thank everyone for being here for another one of our weekly webinars. Before we get started, I want to give you a little bit of background about Foundations. We're a national education nonprofit located in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Our mission is to improve the quality of education by building the skill of educators who work across the school day with after-school programs, schools, districts, and states to create a brighter future for every child every day. If you're interested in learning more about Foundations, you can take a minute to follow us on social media, and I'll drop that info in the chat. You might already know us from Beyond School Hours. Is
our favorite conference of the year, Brooklyn.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's
an annual conference that is every year in February. Meredith is always there. In fact, this year she's our closing keynote. She's doing the grand finale on the last day of the conference. It's held each year in February, and it's just a couple short months at this point. We're going to be back in Orlando from February 9th to 12th. We'd love to see you all there. I'll drop info about that in the chat too. And without any further ado, I'm delighted to introduce you to the amazing Lynn. She's the founder and CEO of Right Brain World, which is known for creative and fun strategies to engage young people around SEL and literacy. Meredith, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you, Paula.
Meredith will probably go a little bit longer than the hour because people just get so into it. If you need to leave in an hour, of course, we totally understand. If you can stick around a little longer, Meredith would love to be with you. And I'm just going to turn it over to Meredith.
Is that your dog, Paula?
My dog. I got to get on mute. A male's here.
I love it. Just kick it. No, I'm kidding. Oh my God, I'm kidding. Can you imagine? Thank you, Paula. So first of all, like Paula said, I see a bunch of you have been to our webinars before, all of you with your screens off. I just can't even tell you how much more meaningful and magical and fun and awesome it is when you put your screens on. And for me, that's one of the, I don't want to say problems, but it's a problem that so many people, especially our students, just this, right? Just this. And here we're on Zoom, but boy, Hope, Michael, don't we connect big time on these Zooms? Like these Zooms kept my spirit, my business alive and well. I'm so grateful to Zoom. And like looking at all of you, seeing seeing Gervier and Maria and Catherine and Sheena and Christina, like all your faces. So hello, anyone who's willing, we would be really grateful if you would join us. And that's all I'll say on it. Oh, yes, Chris. And we don't care if your camera's on and you still have to work in the background. Sarah Yerman. Woo! Now I'm happy. Now we could start. Okay, so my name is Meredith, like Paula said. How many of you are planning or hoping to go to Beyond in February? Hand wiggles. Anybody? I'm going to go back to gallery for myself. Yes? Well, let me just say, if you can inspire your people, or if you are the person who can approve that you go, you just don't want to miss it. Hi, Bia. You really don't want to miss it. For me, for us, it's the best national after school conference there is. I would say it's the best national conference, period, mostly because they have the best buffet. But, and then there are these nice presenters, but the buffet, I'm just kidding. Okay, here's what I want to do with you guys today. First, I want to introduce Valerie. Hi, Valerie, wave a little. I want Rose on here. Can Rose join?
Yeah.
Wilson.
Yes.
So we, what we do at Right Brain, if you don't know, and I'm only going to tell you to give a little context for what we're going to do today. But what Right Brain is a project-based literacy and social emotional learning company. Everything's pretty much project-based. And it's all about inspiring youth of all ages, students of all ages, pre-K through 12, and we have adult ed, to be creative and to write with their hands. Imagine that, pencils in hands, like this. This is my favorite pencil. Y'all get your pen? I take notes. The point is to get them to slow their processing down just a little bit so that they can feel a feeling, know what that feeling is when it happens, so that they can see a picture, be able to imagine themselves inside of this imaginary, colorful children's book world. Most of the prompts for anything SEL or writing with our main programs are children's book illustrations. So you're going to see a little bit of it today, although today, because we're grown-ups and we're doing something else, it's not going to be a children's book illustration. But the point is that when a human, not just a child or a student, when any of us see color and a scene and characters and a setting and a world, we instantly go to our imagination. We instantly start to make connections to what we see. And even if we don't relate or it doesn't look like us in the picture, we can imagine what the fictitious characters in this world are thinking and feeling, if we can just slow our brains down enough to think about it. And we can, because we're grown-ups, but our younger ones, and by younger, I mean anyone under the age, God, now younger to me is anyone under 40. But when our kids look at a Right Brain book, so I'm just going to show you, hold on a second. So this is, sorry, I want to find you the one I want to show you the most. Where is it? This is a Right Brain book. I'm going to show you this one, which is, it's a new book for us. It is a collection of short stories. So a normal Right Brain book is a full illustrated children's book with no words. The kids go through an entire program. There are many versions of the program. And after they do it, they develop stories and characters and plot lines and all sorts of things. They publish their books. The books are gorgeous. They look like real children's books with their words, and their photo and bio is in the back of the book. So this book, for example, is written by this group of students. And then there are books that are written by an individual and they're writing in other languages. And here's a book. And this is our creative collection of artful stories. And it's one picture, lines on the pages. Then there's another picture, lines on the pages, then another one, then another one. And the activities are in the front. And it's all about disguising narrative, creative, and expository writing. We disguised it in a children's book authoring process so the kids don't even really, they don't feel any academia. It doesn't feel academic to them, even though they have graphic organizers and word banks and worksheets, and they do it and they want that final product. And the reason it works is that when you're 7 and being asked to write for a child, or you're 12 and being asked to write stories for a child, or you're 17, it's not threatening at all. It's fun, it's imaginative. And so that's what we're about. And we have a whole suite of SEL programs that are not about writing to children's stories. So that's what we are. And when we finish today, you're going to get from Valerie the slides that we're going to show you so that you could do this with your kids, your students, I mean, your own kids at home, your own families, and for your teams. So we have a new book that we're making right now. And in this book, the book will comprise 10 incredible painted horses that we call power horses. I'm going to show, this is what we're going to do today. Power horses, right? They're really medicine horses. And I'm going to have someone read what the artist wrote about the horses. And what we're doing is creating a book of 10 power horses with prompts that have your students or your teams, right? Or adult ed, and a lot, like really looking deep into all the imagery, the symbolism, the colors in these power horses, and making connections for themselves. So it's pretty powerful and they're beautiful. And a very close friend of mine of 33 years is the artist. So for me personally, and Right Brain is very personal for me, it's a wonderful thing to be doing this now. So you're the first people who are going to see it. So let me just go full screen. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. And if anyone ends up seeing my desktop on my screen by accident, don't judge me. It's really crazy, my desktop. Like my desktop screen is really crazy, but I'm going to try to cover it. So here's what we're going to do. You need paper, okay? And also, I'm looking at you. So sometimes I'm going to say, Sarah, will you share? Or I'm going to say Maria. So I'm going to call. I'm not going to ask for volunteers always. That way, you're kind of on the spot. All these people, Rita, Jennifer, Mike, Brian, Philip, anyone who wants to turn on their camera, just know we're excited. Let's see. Also, here's another thing. I'm very distracted by the chat box. I can't really see it that well, and I don't want to wear my glasses while we're talking. So just know I will look at everything afterward. Like I'm looking now, there's so many I can't actually read. I like to pretend I don't need my glasses, but I do. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go full screen. Can all of you see this yet? Yes? So now I'm going to go full screen and I think you're not going to be able to see it. I have to do it again. Can you see it now? Okay, now I'm going to change slides. Can you see this? Grab a pencil. Did it move to grab a pencil? Okay, so let me do it again. Okay, stop share. This is what Zoom at some point, do you guys remember when it happened? You couldn't share first time, you had to redo it. Okay, so now do you see it? Grab a pencil, great. So we have pencil and paper. Okay, so power horses. If it were up to me, I'm going to be honest, I'd call them medicine horses because that's what they are in the Native American tradition of these, right? That's what they are. But what we perceive as med is what is noted as medicine, the healing that's offering, the wisdom that's offered in one of these horses, let's say, or in anything from that tradition. It's what empowers us, right? So power horses works perfectly. And I like the idea that whatever we get from it empowers us. So power horse is even better. And medicine, which is designed to heal something, implies sick. And so we like power horses. However, the artist wrote a mission statement about these horses because she has been painting them for 30 years. And I wanted to share what she wrote, because we're grownups, And then when you do this with your teams or as PD, or because you can, after this, you're going to be able to do it with anyone. You can choose. To me, this is not to share with elementary students what is here, but I want to share with you. So I'm going to ask Christy Sherman, would you consider reading this for us, Christy?
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Can everyone hear Christy? Handshakies, yay. Go ahead, Christy.
Okay. Like the stripes painted on a war pony to represent the number of battles the horse had survived, these medicine horses carry symbols that represent wisdom and power gained by overcoming abuses, affliction, and challenge. Once cannot be a medicine person until enough hardships have been endured to know true compassion. Some cultures take the children who have suffered the most and raise them in training to be shamans, recognizing that they have the ability to split off and walk into two worlds at once. Through the wound comes the healing, through the healing comes the wisdom of medicine. It is my intention that these horses go out into the world bearing offerings of beauty and inspiration. They are reminders of the grace that can be buried in life's difficulties, so that rather than dragging our past around like an anchor of shame or victimhood, we might think of our battle scars with pride, like a badge of pride.
Yes.
May these horses take your spirit on a soaring ride to the confluence of what is so, and bring you back to as a connoisseur, a veteran of beauty.
Isn't that beautiful? Can I ask you something? When you heard her read this, thank you so much, Christy. Isn't this you? Isn't this what happens in after school? Like, aren't you medicine people for these children, for your students? So I love this, how it says some cultures take the children who have suffered the most and raise them in training to be shamans. Like, I just love that. And isn't the culture of after school, and maybe some of you are in school as well, or only, but isn't that, let's just talk after school for a second, because this is a Beyond webinar. Isn't the culture of after school to take the children who have suffered, whatever that means, the most, and raise them in training? I would say to have self-esteem and be right. I just love this. To me, this is what you do all day, every day, regardless of the role you're in when you're serving students who are under-resourced, underperforming for any number of reasons. I just love this. So I don't know, she read it beautifully. Read it again when you get it on your own. And it's a PDF. So you can go to edit. And if you feel that there is a way for you to modify Cal's message to share with students, have at it. Have at it. Just take her name away. But you can go edit PDF and do what you want, just so you know. But I wanted to honor this. And does anyone want to say anything about it? Does anyone know anything about? No, I'm not going to do that. I want to go to the horses. Okay. So here's the thing. We have a lot of horses. And this is the one that sang to me and Rona when we put this together the other day. So can all of you see it? In a perfect world, you see me, but you can move me over, right? In a perfect world, you're on a somewhat larger screen, and make it full screen and stick us in the corner, right? So look at the horse. Oops, sorry. What I'm going to do is just take a look at it. I will keep it up, but first you got to write down a couple little things so that you have the prompts. Are you feeling me? But you'll get the whole PDF. Okay. So if you can, really quickly, either you're on your computer and you want to take a picture of this on your phone, or really fast. And for your kids, it is so good for your students to just take a few minutes and write these down. Every chance you can get to get them to write with a pen or pencil, you want them to. So you cheat a little by saying, I want to keep the horse on the screen. So let's just take a few minutes to write these questions down. Now they're writing them down, right? So let's just do that for a moment. So I can switch to the horse. Let's see the question. So because the horse is horizontal, we couldn't do what we might normally do, which is have the image on one side or the image. This is how we have to do it, but I'm going to show it to you. August, did you write him down? Did you write him down, August? Yes? Okay, good. All right, so how about Kathy Rose? Kathy, would you read these for us while everyone else is, because you look done. Did you write them down, Kathy? Okay,
Yeah.
could you share that? Would you read these to us? Let's just read number 1. That would be great.
Okay, questions for your students. List all the colors you see on your power horse. Pay attention to the specific shade of each color. For example, instead of red, it might be crimson, scarlet, burgundy, poppy, etc.
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the horse. I'm going to go back to the horse. Okay, so you have that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set an alarm for only 1 minute. Okay, so take a look at your horse. Take a look at our little power horse here. And I'm going to set it for, normally we do 30 seconds, but I'm going to set it for 1 minute today. So you can get, so that because you're adults, so that you can do all those shades, right? Here we go. List of colors. Are you ready? List of colors on a piece of paper, all the colors you see, look deep, and ready, set, write. Thirty seconds. Are you writing, Sarah Yerman? Yes. Okay, there it goes. All right, Gervier, am I saying that right? Would you share your list, my friend?
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I got red, yellow, black, white, orange, blue, and green.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good. Can anyone share some colors he did not say? How about you, August? Did you write down anything he did not say?
Sure. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you and you're echoing. You sound like you're at
Alex, let me
Yankee
turn
Stadium.
turn it down a little bit.
No, we like
Um,
it.
I've got maroon, crimson, umbra, cerulean,
Ooh,
gold, black, turquoise is in there, I think.
nice, nice.
Forest green.
Cerulean. Jesus, that's a good one.
I'm having a hard time with the blue. It's like almost green blue, but it's not quite.
I know that's intentional. So what do we have? It's here's what we're gonna do, okay? Anyone else have any colors that these two gentlemen did not say? Sarah Yerman, what do you got? Oh, Michael Martinez. Okay, this is gonna be a dude share round, which I love. And also, ladies, can we just hand wiggle love the men of after school education? We need them so much. All right, what do you got, Michael Martinez? From
Burnt sienna,
Region
copper,
2,
adobe,
Region 2. Go
rustic,
ahead,
rustic blue, jade.
Jade. Oh, those are good. Okay, so check this out. I want to show you this really fast, then we'll move on because it's great for your kids. I only have lined paper, right? In the middle of your page, if you can get a new piece of paper and make it horizontal, make a circle and write red for this particular picture. Let's write red in the circle, okay? Red. And then let's make it like a sun. And on the end of each line, can you make another circle? And then some of the words, the color names that August said, for example. So red, right? This is good for every single student, every learner, every style, every type of learner, and especially English learners. But the truth is, when you're writing, this descriptive language is important for everybody. Red. So now over here, let's write crimson in one circle. Let's write scarlet in another. Let's write ruby. It's very fun when you're writing. It's very fun for the reader when colors are described with food names, right? So cherry, it's a cherry red. It's a pomegranate, a blood red, a pomegranate, a fire engine, all those things, right? I love color bursts. That's what we call it, a color burst. And Val, let's send everyone who showed up, let's send them the PDF with these slides of our color burst worksheet so that they can make copies and use them with everyone. Then check it out, guys. You can say blue, like under you. I would do a new one, but for now, we could write blue under the red, and then cyan, teal, turquoise, aquamarine, navy, royal. Do you know what I mean? And if you serve English learners, I just want to say they are required to know their primary colors. This is a limitation and it's not fair. What if the English learner that you're teaching gets to use teal in a story, gets to have these juicy color names? So do color burst. It wasn't part of the plan initially to send it, but we want to send it. Make copies, use them with everything you do. It really builds vocabulary, and you'd be shocked at how much they integrate it once they learn them. It's cool. Okay, are you ready? The second question, Sarah Yerman, would you be in the mood to unmute and read number 2?
Sure.
Thank you.
Describe all of the shapes and patterns you see on your power horse. Include any animals, insects, celestial bodies, etc.
Perfect. Okay. So here we are. You wrote it down. Look closely. This I'm going to give us 2 minutes and then see how you're all doing. And we can always add another 30 seconds. Also with Right Brain, we are all about timed writing. A big old blank piece of paper like this is so scary for a kid in school most of the time. And when it's timed and you say, listen, you're only going to get 3 minutes, and you're going to get 2. You're only going to get 3 minutes, but don't worry, because if you need another 30 seconds, I'm going to add it. Seconds, short amounts of minutes, adding on seconds. So they do it in bites, and all the extra time they need feels like a reward for writing, right? You get it. Okay, so you're going to look at the shapes, the symbolism, all the stuff that you see in here, the patterns, just like you wrote down for number 2. I'll give you 2 minutes and we'll see how we go. Cool? Here we go. 2 minutes. Make your list. Have fun. Look closely, look at the horse's legs. The mane. Lucy's into it. I like it. Right now it's 40 more seconds, but don't worry, we'll add more if there's more to do. Hi, Penny. Chris, come back to us. Who would like from this moment 30 more seconds? Who would like 30 more seconds? Okay. We're going to do 30 more seconds. Just when you think you've seen it all, you're going to find one more thing in here. Wow. 12 seconds. So wrap up your thoughts. Okay. Does anybody need a few more seconds? Okay, and take it if you need it. Okay. First of all, I was looking at all of you. Oh my God. Isn't it the best that you just had 2.5 minutes to just look at this very cool, beautiful thing and think of nothing else? All the stuff, the piles. I don't even want to show you what I have. If I don't do all of this today, my team is going to fire me. This is like, and I love that you all just had 2.5 minutes of nothing but this horse. And we need that. We need that. Doing what we do in the world, we need this. All of us, we need this. So do your kids. You're overwhelmed by all that you have going on. They're overwhelmed by all that they have going on. And anytime you're doing this kind of stuff, our brains get to move over to something a little bit magical and meaningful, or a lot magical and meaningful. And we need that so that because this is what supports all the sort of mania and anxiety and insanity of the world. Are you feeling me? That we live in, that's going on around us. And your kids. Cool. Who will share a few things that they wrote? How about you, Penny Seals? Would you be interested in sharing, Penny Seals? That was like Who Wants to Volunteer, and I picked you all at the same time. You like that? That's manipulative, but it gets you to share. There you go.
Okay, I saw the circle, the oval, I can't even think what the feather-like shape
Did you write it down, Penny? Did you write a list of what you saw?
I didn't. I just actually came in the middle
of it.
Oh,
No worries. Okay, so no worries. I love you for being willing to jump in, but if you don't mind, Lucy, let me ask someone who made the list. Is that okay, Penny? But I love that you jumped on. Lucy, can you share your list?
Yes. I had arrows, deer, I think, zigzags with arrows, feathers, dots and dashes. So just a
Awesome.
few.
Okay, anybody else say things that she did not say? Go ahead, Hope Shepherd. You have to unmute. Thank you, Hope.
I had squiggles, roots, elk, bones.
Bones, squiggles, roots. Oh, the roots. Oh, Hope, I never saw the roots in the leg. Brilliant. Oh my God, brilliant. Okay, anybody else? Anybody else write something that hasn't been said?
Yes.
Go ahead, Yvette Wheeler.
Okay, I saw a frog, a beetle, there's a rose, a dragon, a snake, and a bird and a face.
Wow. Where is the beetle?
It is going down the neck.
In the like in the legs at the knees.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never saw that. Wow. Okay, and frog are the little things on.
They're down on the lower leg, the back
look
side
like
leg.
frogs. Oh my God, I didn't even see it. Okay, perfect. All right, Will, since you are, oh no, she just went off. Maria Flores, would you read number 3?
Now that you know some of your powerhouse's physical and personality traits, give them a name.
Take a minute, think about it. Can you look at your list? I'm going to put Power Horse back. Can you name your Power Horse? Let's just do that. Take 30 seconds or whatever you need. Name your Power Horse, okay? And I'm putting a little timer on. You could just name it like Steve to be funny, but instead maybe go a little bit more in the tradition of the medicine horse, you know. "15 seconds from here." Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Who would share with us? How about you, Catherine Dumbeck? Did you name your Power Horse? She's going to unmute. It's happening.
So yes, I named it Destiny. There's so much on this Power Horse with a lot of like the Dream Dragons and the God's Eye and things like that.
Wait, so what did you name your horse? Say it again.
Destiny.
Destiny. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God. That was better than I was expecting from anyone. That's awesome. Christina Akers, what do you got?
I named it Crimson Path.
Oh, Crimson Path?
Yeah, like the arrows, the destiny.
So jealous.
The journey.
I wish that was my Power Horse name. Crimson Path is brilliant. Beautiful. Casey Schneider. Sorry, Schneider. I got it. What did you name your Power Horse?
I named it Fireglow.
Fireglow. Oh my God. What do you got, Michael Martinez?
You always pick me when I have like the worst answers. You have a knack. It's like, oh, crud, I hope she doesn't pick me on this one. I have like Copper Dancer. It's not.
How is that bad?
It's not bad. It's just not my best work, you know?
Wait a minute. Ladies, how much do we love Copper Dancer?
Oh.
Yeah, I love it.
Yes.
No,
what do you think?
no, it's not going to work.
Michael Martinez, if a student was judging their own creativity the way you just judge your own, what would you say to the student?
So you have a keen eye. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would do what you did and try to build up that their thing wasn't, that their contribution was.
And the
not
first
that bad.
thing, yes, and you know what? When you say to the rest of the room, I love Copper Dancer. How many of you appreciate Copper Dancer? They're all, their instinct to be nice humans will come out, and you're going to be like, who loves Copper Dancer? And now they're all going to clap, and everyone's going to learn for a second what it feels like to have generosity of spirit. That student's going to feel so much better. That's how we do this, right? Okay, good. Instead of Copper Dancer is okay, but anybody else? Like what, Michael? All right. And how about Heidi? Heidi Carrasquillo. Carrasquillo? Did I say it right?
Perseverance.
Oh, perseverance. Oh my God, that's good. Okay, so good. By the way, I wish I had written all of those down, because if we put them all together, what we just heard, wouldn't that be just amazing? Did anyone write those down? Valerie or Rose, did you write other people's horse names down? No, right?
I did.
I did, except for the
Doreen did.
first one. I missed the first one.
Doreen, you wrote them all down?
Yes.
Thank you. Will you string them together in whatever order you know would be like the most insanely excellent power horse name of all time?
Wow. Crimson Path, Fireglow, Destiny, Copper Dancer, Horse of Arrows.
Come on, Horse of Arrows. Was that yours?
No, but that was the last one.
Horse of Arrows. Oh, I love it so much. Okay.
That's what I thought I heard anyway.
And whatever, it was great. Horse of Arrows. It's so excellent. Okay, ready? Take a quick second. We want our kids to do it too. Write these down real fast, okay? Because in the classroom, you'll have the capacity to have the horse up all the time but but just real fast, just in shorthand even, it's up to you. Write these down a little, okay? Write your ideas about what each shape, symbol, pattern represents. Don't look on, you could look on your phones, right? You could look it all up. It's out there what certain things mean in the world of Native American tradition, let's say, or animal medicine, but don't make it up for yourself, right? Okay, write these down. Do you have any of your power horse? So first, we're just going to write our ideas about the shapes, the symbols, the patterns, okay? So I'm going to go here so that you have it. We'll write the other questions down after. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes. All the things you wrote down, all the things you heard, if you missed it and wrote it down, the beetle, the roots. What do these symbols mean to you? What do you think they mean? Okay, 3 minutes. Go for it. Ready, set, write. "75 seconds. Just 15 more seconds. Can always keep going, but we'll stop in 15 seconds. Does anyone want 15 more seconds? Hand wiggles. Okay. Go ahead, Michael Martinez. All right.
I wanted 15 more seconds.
You can have it.
Oh, I thought I had to present. I was like, ah.
Oh, no, you get it. All right. Okay. Oh, I like that. Did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. Wow. Oh, I see. This moves. Good to know. All right. Okay. Here we go. So, will somebody, here's what we're going to do. While whoever reads what they wrote, let's look at the horse we're gonna, I'm modeling, I'm saying what would happen with your kids, right? We're gonna look, and as we hear what we hear, we're gonna make the connection and search for it in the horse. Yes? Dig it? Christina Akers, are you feeling it? Come on, girl. Here we go.
So I just wrote 4 things down for mine. Birds and feathers, I put nature. The hoof prints I put as like the food chain.
Wait, what was the food chain? Say it again.
The hooves on the the arrows were guiding your path, guiding your way. And then the waves, I saw waves like in the mane and in the tail. And
waves.
that's the crashing and calming of life.
Oh, I love that. I
rougher.
saw, I love that. The waves in the mane. I just saw, like, I wanted to help this horse with a good conditioner. I'm just kidding. That was beautiful, Christina. Anyone else? August, what do you got? You're deep and cute. Your hair's in a bun.
Thank
I
you.
love that.
I think some of the stuff I had here, the elk for me represented youth and restlessness. I know they oftentimes with the horns, they like fight each other and sharpen their horns and stuff. So that for me is a very youthful energy.
Wow.
The colors in the hair, I know someone said waves. For me, that was very fire-esque. So that's a sort of an energy as well. The circle in the middle was giving me the sun. So again, a source of energy. I know this trumpet man here on the left hind quarter represents, in some cultures I've seen, fertility. And so perhaps there's like a cyclical nature of life with the dragon circling back. You know, there's like a circle going on there.
Wow. Beautiful. Wow. If I can, because if I can share a couple things I wrote, because it speaks to some stuff that you said. So first, those dragons, I didn't know that was a fertility symbol, and maybe it is. I'm going to ask Cal. I love that so much. I wrote that these dragons were cycle of giving and receiving, meeting the needs of others and ourselves simultaneously, right? Which is kind of groovy. I wrote the circle, like the purple circle in the center. I wrote inclusion, wholeness. I love circles. I'm big on circles. Then it's a sun. So I wrote source energy within, like, and it's right in the center. It's in the core of the horse. It's in the core of us too, right? We are source energy. Then we're bodies, right? We hope anyway. The arrows, direction, like you said, Christina. Then the hair, on the mane, I wrote dance and freedom. Bones, I wrote life lived, life passing, life gone. And then the beetles, which I had never seen until Catherine, was it you who brought up the beetles? Who brought up the beetles? I don't remember. Maria? Yeah, there you go. Yvette. So I had not seen them, but I wrote father's presence because when my father died, all of a sudden, I mean, daily, beetles, giant, ridiculous, terrifying beetles that looked just like this would visit me. Like I'd never seen these beetles in LA. And I'd be sitting and having coffee. That week he died. And it'd be like, bzzz, right in front of my face. Then I'd go home, I'd be brushing my teeth, and this beetle would appear in the window of my bathroom, where then it was crazy. These beetles I've never seen them. And they're all the time visiting me since my dad passed. So thank you for the beetle, which I hadn't noticed.
Beetle also means bring on the rain. And to me, that would be the tears.
Bring on the rain. Beetle means bring on the rain.
Mm-hmm.
In Native American tradition. Bring on the rain. Wow. Okay. Anybody else? Sarah Yerman. This is like, I feel like you dig this. This is up your alley.
So I saw those lines that other people saw as roots, kind of like as dry earth. So I saw that as like long overcoming, this is what I saw, strength through hardship. So the cycle of dry earth and this horse being able to survive all of that and be stronger. The zigzag I saw is flexible, spontaneous, and powerful.
Flexible, spontaneous, powerful. Oh, I love that. Flexible, spontaneous, powerful. Aren't these good feeling words? Don't these words energize your spirit? I love it. Mercedes, what did you write, my friend? Mercedes Lubo.
For all the circles, I thought they were like open windows. So like pathways to go.
Windows, wow. What else?
Also, I saw the sun and I also put energy and warmth.
Energy and warmth. Warmth is good. Thank you. Paula, I know you're doing stuff, but did you happen to do any of this, Paula Houghton?
You know I normally do, but I'm not today. I'm sorry. Well, without Elizabeth, I don't have the...
Oh, right. You don't have help. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Let me see. Anybody else? Let me see. Michael, you, oh, good. Gerver. Yes. What do you got?
So, for the circle, I had a sense of belonging. For the feather, wisdom. For the deer, I wrote down strength. And I know we've touched on this earlier, but arrows represent to me direction and guidance. And then the bones, like they represent power. Power in the sense that, like, you know, this creature is powerful, but you know, it's through the passing and all that. So that's kind of what the symbol is meant to me on the
Beautiful.
whole.
I love it. Martinez, what'd you write in those extra 15 seconds? Share your list. And don't give us a disclaimer about how terrible it is.
No, I'm not gonna this time. I'm all right.
Good. Amazing. Okay.
The symbol in the center I took as the 4 directions, and then I placed
the 4
myself,
directions. That's good.
placed myself and everybody at the center of their own universe.
That's
kind of the
good.
yin yang with the bird and the snake and the Quetzalcoatl kind of imagery that came out. It was kind of stylized, so it represented to me that you might not always understand what you're seeing at the beginning, and maybe you won't understand it completely, but in some sense it makes sense to you on a different level.
Love that so much. Did y'all hear what he just said? That's so good and so important. You may not understand it right now and by looking at it, whatever it is, but it means something. And that's so true, isn't it? About so much. I love that, Michael. What else do we
share mine?
Yes, please.
The horse, because it's red, the entire image is like a prayer to me. And the red color is the blood. We all share the same blood, even though we may be different colors of people. And the wheel in the middle is the medicine wheel that brings healing to all the different people. The broken arrow is the peacemaker. The roots are our ancestors.
Ancestors.
And the feathers are the eagle spirit, that we need to be brave as we seek unity. The antelope horns are protection. The hook rings are the path of life. The X is a drum, which is communication. We need better communication. And the Cocopelli is the trickster. We have to be careful that we aren't tricked into being seeing ourselves as different. Human beings are one family. We are one race. And the snake is the strategy. How will we employ all of these powers and strengths to achieve that unity?
Oh my God. Imani, are you a professional power horse analyzer? What the hell? That was insane.
Well, no, I just found out recently that I am descended from the Osage tribe.
Oh my God. How did you find out on 23andMe? I'm just Jewish. That's it.
No, I actually am writing a book about this. My father, who I've never met, came into my life and told me my history.
Holy cow. Can you put your camera on, Imani? We don't care if you have Zoom hair or not.
No, it's not that. I'll lose my connection if I turn it on.
Oh, okay.
So I'll
So
get
wait,
booted.
you never met your father, then he actually, not in a dream, he actually physically showed up and told you who you are.
Yeah, after many years, he'd never been in my life, and he told me that my grandmother was from the Osage tribe. My grandfather was from Puerto Rico, which is another tribe, the Taino tribe. So, yeah.
Wow. You know, just to speak to something you said, I just want to throw this out there. I had a conversation this morning with someone that my company's been working with. Like they are a vendor, they supply something to us. And I've been working with this woman for like 9 years. And we talk, and when we talk, we'll talk about like her sister passed, and you know, we always have really cool personal conversations, but it's never gotten political or whatever. And anyway, this morning we were talking, and somehow politics or things came up, and she said, you know, I wish you were on the phone with us, Imani, because I did my best, but you would have done it better. And she said, you know, I've never really left. I've never been out of the States, and I hardly ever leave my state. She's in Indiana. She said, and I know this is going to sound terrible, but I guess I don't really care about what's going on for women or people in other places in the world, because it just doesn't affect me and mine. These were her exact words. And I said, wow, that's interesting. I said, does any part of you feel like we share a consciousness? We are humanity. We are humanity. We're connected. She was like, no, not really. And I said, okay, you know, whatever. And then we went on with business, because if I got more into it, I wouldn't love her as much as I love her now, probably. But everything you just said, Imani, really amazing. I took a lot of notes, and this is being recorded. And am I right, Paula, that everyone here will get a link to the recording from you, correct?
That's right. And the PDF of your slides. Yeah.
Of course. Wow, Imani, that just took my breath away, really, truly. And I'm really excited for the artists to hear everything that all of you said. And so
one thing I want to really emphasize is that the cocopelli on the horse's hindquarters is very prominent. And to me, it's like the cocopelli being the trickster. It's so prominent in social media. There's a trickster out there that's trying to make us think we're all different.
Yes. Oh,
but we're one family.
We are one family. It's so good. You know, and then look what happened when you have entire tribes, literally, of humans who believe these things. You got to shut them up and squash them. And there's so much depth and beauty in so many cultures that are not valued in this country. And I just want to say, all of you, Annette Ramos, Sandra Ferguson, Sheena Wilson, like Sheena Wilson, I'm dying. Oh my God. Is that you, Sheena? I'm very excited. What you do is most of you work with students from all sorts of cultures. And I just love how much you honor them. And the whole point of After School is to include and honor and respect students and their cultures. And in many places in the school day, it's literally illegal to teach about certain cultures and certain things. Hello, Hope Shepherd's little person. Well, that was beautiful. Okay, so here's the big one. Okay, hold on. Blah, blah. Okay, I want to do number 5. Okay, this is really important.
Okay, wait 1 second. So I just want to say it is.
Is this the hour? I didn't
time.
see.
Yeah. So I would just like to, just in case anyone needs to leave, I just want to make sure before you leave to thank everyone for coming. Please stay for the rest of Meredith's presentation. But if you have to leave, we totally understand. I hope that you'll join us next week. Also, our webinar is What Good Leaders Do, Responding to Low Engagement by Staff and Students. And I'm going to put a link to register in the chat. And again, if you have to go, we totally understand, but we hope that you're able to stick around for the end of Meredith's session. And I'll put the link for the survey in the chat. If you fill it out, you can get a certificate of attendance.
Thank you, Paula. You know, I really appreciate it, everyone. Like for me, an hour, like I want to really take you through what we're going to send. And then we could do an hour if you didn't all share. And if I just had a PowerPoint and you were just watching, but because it's interactive and people like Gravia raise and go, can I share? It's like, yes, of course. So that's why we usually go a little longer, but it won't be too much longer, I promise. Although I would stay here all day. Doreen, you want to hang all day? Describe how your power horse might use, I'm going to fix that in the PDF before you get it, that sentence. These powers that you've assigned to these symbols and shapes, do you have any of these of your power horse's strengths and superpowers within you? Describe how your power horse might use that power in daily life, the horse. How do you use those strengths and superpowers that I think if you recognize them in the horse, you probably recognize them in you, either as lacking or as like robustly part of who you are. So number 5, if you haven't written it down, just write those down. Do I have any of my power horse strengths or superpowers in me? Describe how my power horse might use that power in its daily life. How do I see myself using these strengths and superpowers in my life? Cool. Does anyone need me to keep this on here for a minute, for another few seconds? Yes? Okay, write them down. And then Casey, you're going to share, so make it good. All right, here we go. Can I go back to the horse? Yes, you can see it. All right, there we go. So look at your list, look at the horse, and let's answer these questions. I'm going to do it too. And I'm going to do 4 minutes. Is that okay? I'm going to give you the questions one more time. Don't forget to write about how your power horse might use some of these powers as well. 40 seconds. Okay, beautiful. How did everybody do? Yeah? Catherine and Casey. Casey, you want to share first what you wrote, either about or both, your horse, you? I'm interested in all of it. We all are.
Sure. So I was struck by the hoof prints going up the neck, and this idea of like journey and self-discovery directing the path, guided by family and those that have walked the path before. So thinking about like what's on the legs and the roots and the bones and all of these things representing like where you come from, being what is helping to lead you down this path.
Oh my God, I love that. You know what? I didn't realize those were hoofs on the neck, and of course they are. I never saw them like that. Is that just, this is amazing. Good Lord. Okay. That was beautiful. And then Casey, how do you feel the meanings of these symbols in your daily life? These superpowers, these powers.
Hold on.
Okay. Catherine.
Sorry, we're just missing in my building, so the
No worries.
announcements are
Yeah,
happening.
no worries.
I just think about how important my family and that my support system is to my daily journey.
I love that. That's amazing. Catherine, what do you got? That was
Sure.
beautiful.
I had down the power of inclusion, that strength for who you are, where you've been, what you've come to, and where you're going. The power of moving forward using the past as a guide.
I love that. And is that how you, so can you connect it to you now?
I hope so. Yeah, in a way, yes. Mhm.
Tell us. Come on, we're all friends here. Tell us.
Sure. I am a retired school counselor, loved every minute of it while I was a school counselor. I am now working with extension, and I love every minute of that, working with after school and non-traditional youth.
Beautiful. Okay. And in this, so make the connection for us between all the beautiful stuff you wrote and your daily life.
There's a lot there. You have to remember where you are at. As far as being grounded, there's importance in that, but you also have to take that risk and try different things. You need to express, explore, and include others in it.
Express, explore, include. Love it so much. Imani, I don't want to pick you yet because you should go last. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Tell me who else. Hope, are you able, do you have a lot of people around you? Do you want to share what you wrote, Hope? It's okay. You have a lot going on over there, I can tell. Anyone else? Does anyone want to wiggle hands? How about you, Rose? What did you write? Rose Alvarez. What do you got, girl?
All right, well, this is amazing. So I kind of wrote that the deep roots and like, you know, the family all around would kind of help me, help power me through the waves and the grooves of life. And then kind of, again, with like the source energy and being aware and present of the signs and the spirit around for guidance.
Loved it. Beautiful. August, before we go to Imani, just because I always love what you have to share, did you do this? Were you here with us for this? That's okay. We don't care. It's all right. You can come back. Turn it on. We don't mind.
Thank you.
Sorry, we were getting an announcement on the loudspeaker.
It's
Yeah, absolutely. I think the roots is something that I didn't really think that I have in my life a whole lot. I don't have a huge connection with my ancestry, my heritage, but something that I do use in my life a lot. The Beatles to me represented resilience through adversity, and I think that that's something that I use in my life. I represent that. I try to model that for the middle schoolers that I work with.
Nice. I love that. This is very good for your middle schoolers, August, and someone like you teaching this, taking them through this, it could be game changer. Really, truly amazing. Imani, are you still there? Will you share with us? Will you make the connections that you made for you in your life, and how cool that you're already writing about it in a book?
Yes, this really represents my philosophy of education, my own personal pedagogy. I tell my students all the time is that you are a gift to humanity, and it's my job to unwrap that gift. So I want to show them the superpowers that they have, and the whole purpose for education to me is to unite people, not to divide people. And so I want to show the students how their superpowers, represented by all of these different symbols, are what they are going to use to unite the human family.
Oh, I'm writing down everything you said. Oh my God. I love, how much do you guys love? I just got a really good idea for the keynote at Beyond because of what you said, Imani. Something that we're going to do. So you should all come, because then I'll be like, where my power horse people at? And you'll be like, what? Right? Casey will be like, what? Casey Schneider. Amazing. I want, like, if have any of you whose cameras are not on been playing with us and writing and feeling and thinking with us and would want to unmute and share? Pamela, Patricia, Philip, any one of you who's not actually here but getting credit for the webinar, which is fine. We're happy. Okay. Anyone else would like to share something important that you either need for others to know and witness in you, or that you know would be meaningful for us to kind of close out the webinar? Anybody?
I would definitely like to share out, if that's okay.
Yes, Kayla Harvey Alston, best name ever. I'm changing my name.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Meredith Harvey Alston. I like it.
Okay, so I said the horse uses its strength to keep pushing on, and the roots really stuck out to me when it comes to that statement, because the fact that it's using its past ancestors, the roots that it instilled inside of him, to move on his journey and face different challenges and use those lessons and things like that to overcome it and everything. And I said, I see myself definitely using the same strength, because as a Black and Native American woman, you know, you hold a lot of your ancestors' traumas inside of you, and you use those lessons as you move on in the day. And that really made me think about the fact that my grandmother held my mom, and while my mom was inside, she had my eggs and her eggs, and I'm carrying all of that with me and using that to push forward in life.
Oh, I'm so glad you unmuted and talked. What? Can you imagine if we didn't get to hear that? What she said about how you hold your ancestors' trauma. We hold our parents' trauma. We hold our own trauma, like, and all the kids you're serving, all the colleagues, the people in the office with you, we have to work so much. We have to really dig in to identify our trauma so it doesn't grab us. And I really respect the hell out of all of you. We all show up every day, even in here in my office, Valerie and Rose and my whole team. We're at screens and we're running around the country and we're shipping stuff and we're doing what we do. And we're giving you PD and we're developing new programs. But it's all to give you and the students tools and resources to connect with their learning in a way that is so antithetical to trauma. It's colorful, it's joyful, it's healing, it's magical. You know, that's just what we are and what we do. And this medicine horse, this power horse, I can't tell you guys I was not expecting, I wasn't expecting anything. I just thought, let's go. But I was definitely very delightfully surprised at how facile you all were with all of this and how willing you were to go deep, share. And you, Kayla, sharing all of that. Imani, that's vulnerable and we really appreciate it. And you're going to get these as soon as we get the list of all of your emails. We will send this to all of you. You'll see after, because we didn't get to it, but I want to show you. So your students do this. Oh yeah, then these are for you. Okay, and then here, this we didn't get a chance to do, but I hope that you'll do it. Because if it were up to me, we would stay and we would do it. But I just got a little too inspired by all the stuff you guys were saying, and I'm not the girl to just keep presenting and not asking you to contribute. But if you were, I'll stay if anybody wants to stay. We would write a first person narrative from the power horse's point of view, as if the horse was introducing themselves to a new friend, right? So you would incorporate, you would take all those things you did in steps and write a first person narrative, almost like, you know, like a profile, like a personal profile, right? Or maybe this horse is looking for a hot date and they got to write a dating profile. Who, show of hands, would want to hang for a little and we all do a little first person narrative, like introduction. This horse is going to introduce itself with all the elements and things you wrote down. Who would want to stay and do it? I need hand wriggles. Does anyone want? Okay, we don't have to. Great. So here's what I'm going to say. You're going to get this after this, but if you can, if you could find time in your day or later tonight and do this before you use it with your teams or your students, that would be great. And you could use this slide. This could be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, it all comes together for the narrative. You could do this for 15 minutes each day for a week and end up having had this week of power horse focus that ends in this narrative that you would need a little bit more time for. You know what I mean? So that's what I want to thank you so much for staying later. You'll get this whole deck. Let me unshare. And does anyone want to unmute? Great session, wonderful session, yay. Please, if you use any quotes, make sure, oh, you're so sweet. Imani, we're not going to do anything with this, just so you know. But when I get to beyond, if you're there, Imani, you might have to let me know. You might have to say, I'm there. Are you with me? If you're coming to the conference. Oh, Christina, can I steal that saying? Okay, I get it. If you can all see the chat, if any of you are going to share anything that was shared by Imani specifically, you know, just say this woman Imani, that'd be nice. Anyone want to unmute and share anything about anything? And I want to say, I really was so kind of shocked, surprised, delighted, and moved by everything you all were saying and sharing that it slowed me down. I just couldn't get through the whole thing, and I don't care. Who wants to tell me anything? Let's talk to each other or to me, or like who wants to reflect on any of it, or how you could see this, what we did today working with your teams or your students. Anybody? Be brave, unmute. What's going on? What's going on, people? No one's gonna unmute? You're killing me. This can't be true. This can't be happening. Someone's gonna unmute and say something. I'm not hanging up till you do. You're all just gonna have to click off. Come on, Michael, Christy, what is this? Never happens. What's going on?
I'll say something. Yeah, with the migrant education program, we have to include a self-esteem component in every class that we do. And this would just be perfect. So
Brilliant.
That's what's going through my mind.
Thank you, Michael, because you know right brain, and that's the whole end game. Our mission statement is to elevate self-esteem through blah, 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 blah. Like that's what we are, self-esteem, self-esteem. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. I love you all. I really actually do. My microphone stopped working, but I really appreciate everything you shared. And oh, thank you, Lucy. 1 million more people named Imani. Please use my entire name. I like it. Does everyone see the webinar link in the chat? She'll email it to you. The first person horse narrative may assist in developing empathy. Yes, of course, Philip Evans, it would definitely assist in all of this, by the way. Everything here and all things right brain help your students develop empathy. They create the thought and feeling processes and experiences of characters, and it helps them identify their own thoughts and feelings and life experiences.
I
Anybody
did
else?
want to say one thing. I was trying not to cut you off.
You have to try, because I never shut up, Imani.
It's true. That's what I have to do.
Exactly.
I'm actually a STEM teacher. And the thing that is most difficult for my students, it's not that they can't do the work, it's that they think they can't do it. If I overcome that hurdle, they make so much progress. And so I'm going to use this to start my STEM sessions to let the students appreciate the creativity that they have. They have so much creativity, but they downplay it because other people don't recognize their worth. So this will be my icebreaker with all of my students going forward.
Oh, wow, Imani, that's amazing. And we're probably going to send you a few other things, right? Valerie, we got to send her a few other things. And Imani, just so you know, we have a really extraordinary NGSS Standards Aligned Science program. So we're gonna email you about it, Imani, because it connects to children's book authoring, and all the experiments are related to the children's book that someone in the class is writing. STEMfinity and Right Brain have partnered. STEMfinity is building the kit of each student gets their own material, and they get the science curriculum, the Right Brain children's books, and they're published. It's really something. So we're going to send you a few things. I love cross curricula, and when you got it, we will. Anytime you can use creativity and color and literacy to unlock the right brain in a child about to do math or STEM, math or science, it's a game changer, and they will approach science and math with their right brain, with their creative. So you get it raised. Okay, so you get it. Anybody else?
Yeah, one more thing I want to interject with that is that a lot of students who are artistically inclined don't realize they're already using science and math in their art. They just do it intuitively.
That's very true. Well, and it's very good when we let students, we say this in all our sessions and trainings, don't tell your kids, like the school day is often front loading what's going to happen in a lesson plan, what the kids are going to do, what they need to know in order to accomplish, blah, blah. When you let them do it first, and then you say, guess what? Do you know that when you drew that picture, do you know how much math and science you were applying as you blah, 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 blah? When you know that story you wrote, do you know that you did sequencing, you did transitions, you tracked the emotional arcs of characters? Do you know that you use descriptive languages? Tell them after they do it.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I do, especially with coding. I don't tell them they're going to write a software language. I said, we're going to do something really fun, and we're going to do this for about 30, 40 minutes. And then after they write 100 lines of code, I say, you are now smarter than Mark Zuckerberg, because he can't do what you just did.
Wow. They're probably smarter than Mark Zuckerberg on myriad levels. Wow. Beautiful. Imani, I'm reaching out to you, and maybe you would come to Beyond, because you should go. They should have you there, and you should come, and maybe we can co-present a session together. Maybe you can join me and present a session with me. I would love that.
Yes, I'll only do it virtually. I cannot spend the money for travel.
I get it, Imani. Where are you? What city?
I'm in Kansas City, Missouri.
Nice. Okay, perfect. Wow. I don't want to go anywhere, but I know you all have to go do things. Goodbye, August. Goodbye, August. He turned us out because he's got his middle school class. Okay, goodbye, everyone. Thank you, Christy and Catherine. Thank you, all of you, for sticking around. Thank you, Thank you,
Thank
Paula,
you.
for the extra minutes.
Of course. Thank you, as always. It was amazing. And thank you,
That was
everyone
awesome.
who's still here for hanging out till
So
the end.
good. Hope, how the hell are you, my friend? Tell me everything.
I'm good. We're here in class.
You're in class. I'll FaceTime her, Paula, so you can go. We
Right.
have to let Paula hang up.
Bye.
Bye, Yvette Wheeler. Hi, Lucy, Brian, and Pamela. Thumbs up from Pamela Blake. I'll take it. Paula, I can't believe you didn't do the power horse activity.
I know.
Wasn't it good?
It was great.
Oh, I liked it. And how soon